I think after 5 seasons of this show, it has been incredibly successful. Not just has the show been really successful and popular, but it also has made each of those actors as bigger stars than they were even before. So I think in that sense, I think it was at a time to show the publicity pictures, sort of like show them as Hollywood stars, show them as TV stars, as more than just the characters of the show, but actually the stars that this show has made them over the years.
Now, where would you say Brie finds her inner strength?
I think she was molded very early on in life, and those sort of religious constructs and familial constructs are so deep within her that the thought of not going on isn't really part of her makeup. So unlike me, who might think, shall I stay in bed today, which of course I never do now that I have children. But you know what I mean? I just don't think that's part of her character, so she's always gonna move forward.
What we're doing today basically is to illustrate that in a sort of tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun kind of way. The idea was that we present the 5 women, the 5 main characters of the show, in a sort of like a digital kind of vista and background that we're going to put in post later. We're shooting them basically in the studio here. Each of the characters got to show sort of like a medieval weapon, something that we metaphorically gives an idea of women going to battle almost. Like the idea was sort of that those women have fought battles, they have won battles, they have gone through hell and through war, if you will. And the idea behind it is that we portray them sort of that way, as heroic, strong female characters that have gotten stronger, more resilient over the years through the obstacles they have overcome. Teri Hatcher chose the weapon that she chose was actually a shield, which could be telling for something. Rather than attacking, she chose something that sort of defends her and shields her from the attacks to come.
I just think Susan has been in a well-intended way dominated by some demons that I feel like I either didn't deal with or, matured beyond. It's nice to play a character that is stuck, struggling with her, security, struggling with her ability to set boundaries, but all coming from a place of loving her child. And Susan definitely loves her children. Although sometimes I feel like Susan is written like they forget that she has a child. Like, there'll be a whole script where, where's MJ? Where is MJ this whole time? But, I don't, that's not my gig. I just do, I just play it. But I think MJ is very important to Susan this year, and he has been wonderful to work with.
Marcia Cross chose an antique dagger, something that was beautifully entrusted with old stones and things like that. Something kind of smaller, maybe, something that sort of gave her the opportunity, kind of give us a sort of mischievous, slightly diabolical smiles and things like that she could play with.
Now, do we think Brie will be a little bit naughtier in season 6?
Well, the first thing I thought was, I hope so. And I do, I hope so. I think it'd be really interesting to watch her sort of kind of go over it, not to her dark side as she has with the drinking, but, someone sort of to awaken her, more animalistic sort of primal side, which we haven't seen. And I think that the character of Carl is just the person to do that. So I think it's a brilliant idea on the writer's parts.
I know you want to know, but I can't tell you who Mike kisses on the altar. You can't really tell if I'm happy or if my heart's broken. You'll have to stay tuned.